Hi all, Hal here with more Space Engineers, yay! And as you can see, it is a glorious day, coming up almost on noon already in the game. But we've gotten a lot of stuff done. I'm going to walk you through what we've done, what we're going to be continuing to do today, and maybe some plans for later this week, because hopefully we're launching this thing on Friday, so yeah. Alright, we have to get started. So let's go. So happy Monday, everybody. Hopefully you had a fantastic weekend and are having a terrific day thus far. Yeah. Basically, we have gotten a little bit done. If you remember last time we were together, we were talking about the that little side piece over there. I'll show you what we've gotten done with that shortly. One of the things that I had... Oh, well, you know what? That's going to be a little too close. Didn't realize the front of the ship had gotten that close. Yeah, so the solar array. So I've got some ideas for what I want to do on the front of this thing. But we're not going to be able to do them while we're on the ground, so I'll add it to the things to do list. Alright, so the piece that we had been working on before, the outrigger area, I've done some off-camera work, as you can see. We've got something that's shaping up. We went ahead, if you remember the last time we were together, we put the thrusters over here in the divide. I've moved those down. We've reset them or recessed them into the armor plating. And then on the back here, we've brought the plating out to basically fill it out a little bit. I was playing with some coloring, trying to figure out, you know, whether I want it colors or not in there. And I'm thinking I'll probably just go ahead and paint all of that black, because the only part of it you're really going to see, unless you get up in here once the thrusters are done, you'll be able to see a little bit of the yellow behind here. Show you over here. And I don't know. So what I'll do is I think I'll finish one of the thrusters off and see how it looks. And we'll try it with alternating colors. So we have the black in the four corners here and then the yellow cross. And what we'll do here is we'll do a black cross with yellow in the four corners. And see which way that looks. Which way looks better, I should say. So, like I said when we were together last time, I was going to refine the design a little bit, and I'm kind of happy with the way that the whole thing came out. I think that if I was to do this again, I would actually move this piece out a little bit further, just to get it away from the hull a little bit. Part of it is that this actually ends up behaving like spaced armor. So that if we were to take, you know, something other than our cannon of doom over there shot, if you took a missile hit on that, the explosive force would basically just be absorbed by the first armor. So because of the way that the damage system in the game works, if you have, say you had a, you know, 3 blocks here worth of armor, that'll take so much damage. But if you take this block out of the middle here, it actually will absorb more damage with less penetration, because of the way that the system calculates the damage transfer. Now they've been playing with Keen's been playing with the damage systems, trying to balance it a little bit better. We'll see how that ends up playing out once they get all of their changes in. But for now, it's the way that it's still behaving, so that's why you'll see some of the combat ships will have a lot of spaced armor in them. They'll have heavy armor backed by, you know, like they'll just say 2 layers of heavy armor, a void space, and then another layer of armor, either light or heavy. Just because of the way that works. So anyway. So yeah, we've basically been working on this. We now have 6 thrusters that I'm actually happy with the way that they are sitting here. But what I'm thinking I'm going to do, I'm not really happy with the way that this particular piece came out. So I'm thinking we may change that up a little bit. Do I have any interior plates? No. Okay, let's go grab some interior plates and I'll show you what we're gonna do. Now, what I'm thinking here, and this is something that we're gonna do a variation of on the front of the ship once we get it up into orbit, is let's go ahead and drop that off. While we're here, we may as well go ahead and refill our O2 or our oxygen. Sheesh. Come on, Hal. Alright, so let's grab those. We're going to grab some of these. And some of you may know what I am planning just by the parts I picked up. So grab that out of here, and we are going to do walkway. And we're going to grab the window blocks. We want the 2x1 sloped. There you go. Alright, so what I'm thinking is I want to bring this forward a little bit more, and I don't know if we're going to do something similar on the back or not. What I'm thinking here is we do something like this. Alright, and then we go no plate. Actually, I don't know if this is going to work the way I want it to. Let's find out. A little bit further forward, I think. And damn it. Come here, you. Alright. I'll do something like that. And then, do I want to just do this? No, I'm gonna have to do the walkway. So if we double this up this way, well, we know it'll work there. Let's go. Yeah, okay, so that's what we're gonna have to do. Alright. That's fine. It gives it a little bit more depth anyway. And we're gonna go ahead and attach all of that. And what we're going to do is we're not going to weld these up. We want this to basically just be what it is. Ah, crap. Let's go. Damn it. I swear I have the worst time placing these things. Okay. Alright. And the reason for this is we're going to actually put the antenna in here. But I wasn't sure how I wanted to do that yet. Really? Are you really not going to... So you let me place it like that, you let me place it like that. Alright. That was just random. Okay. And I'll show you why we're doing this here in a second. Let me go ahead and see if we can get you in there. There you go. Alright. So basically what this will allow us to do is now when we mount the antenna in here, let's see, we have, did I not, I don't think I picked up plates, did I? Let's go ahead and drop you off right this second. So what we can do now is we can have the antenna mounted, you know, just like say here or something, you know, just somewhere in here. And the oh, sorry about that little system hook up there. Let's go grab some plates and I can show you exactly what I'm talking about. Now, I don't want to grab all of the parts for this right now. We're just gonna kind of do it our thing here. All right, so the antenna is like 5 blocks long, right? Something like that. So if we wanted the antenna to protrude out here, we could actually mount, like basically build like a small mounting frame on it and have this thing sit pretty much in the middle here. And so what I'm thinking is we happen to have some framework here that we can use, either here or here, that happens to line up with where we're looking for. Because if we build it on this level, it'll basically protrude down this line here. So let's, just as a placeholder, let me show you what I'm thinking here. Yes. So it would do something like, let's say this way. You see, and that's not how it's going to actually be mounted. I'm just saying, as an example, that's something that we could do. The other thing is that we could actually, if we were really evil, I guess, or just motivated, we could build a gravity gun in here. So, you know, just something ridiculously over the top. But no, we're not going to do that. Thinking if we do that, how do I want to attach this? If I were to do this, we would take you out, and I think we would take you out. Now what we'll do here, just do a simple arch here. And this would, no, I guess we could get away with doing that and just basically flipping you. And so if we did something like this, how would this look? Rudder plates. Oh, I'm kind of liking that actually. That worked out pretty nicely. Let's go grab some steel plates. I want to finish this thing up. Oh, so you know what? Well, actually, I'll grab you. Should have enough room. All right. Not enough room for everything. We need to pick up some more radio components. Never a bad thing. Okay. If we did this. Go back here. Ooh. I forgot how heavy radio components were. Of course, I have a bunch of other plates and stuff on me too, so. There we go. So you end up with something like that. And what I'm thinking is we may continue the line of these down here a little bit. Maybe back to here, or even, well, I guess we could, I don't want to do that. That's the real question, is how do I want to do this? So I'm thinking maybe we go ahead. If we do this instead, then on this side we can one there, and let's drop you out. We'll grab you. Oh, see. Just grab a few components to make this. Now what I was thinking, and I may come back to do, is because we've got these plates doubled up over here, in some of the areas where we don't have the, well actually I guess we could even do it there. We just replace some of these. Why am I unable to replace? I should be able to mount that there. Oh, interesting. You used to be able to mount the lights to the bottom of the... I can place it there. That's interesting. Yeah, because you used to be able to place the lights on them. I've done builds like this before where I could actually place lights on there. Oh well. It is what it is, I guess. Alright. And then if you want something where you have, you know, a slightly different texture, if you rotate the one of these tiles the other way, you'll get a cross hatch in here. I kind of like the way it is, so I'm going to leave it like that. Alright. Well, you know what we can do here. Let's... Instead of that, let's go with this. Alright, let's see what that looks like. Okay, I'm kind of liking the way that that came out. Alright. And what we'll do is we'll come through and we'll end up having... At some point, we'll come through and do lighting and everything out here. For the time being, though, I'm not too worried about it. I do want to go ahead and get that light. Oh, you know what? Just come over here. We're gonna open that. Come on, thank you. Yeah, not too worried about it. Alright, so let's grab the incomplete light. We're gonna call this the... Is that right? I don't know. Alright. And we want you to be max radius. I might go with a higher intensity. We'll check it at night and see what it looks like. For now... That works for now. What I may do is I may put a laser antenna in here as well. I'm actually thinking about building a real like conning array kind of thing where we'll have a couple of different types of communication in it, and I may install the radar mod. I haven't decided yet. So if you want the radar mod, let me know. Put it down in the comment section. Alright, so let's see what this is looking like. Side profile's looking a little bit better, I think. I think I need to build a transition into this a little bit more. Maybe. Because I like the way I did the transition on the back here. I don't know, I'm gonna have to think about it. We have no plates. We're starting to run out of hydrogen. Let's go ahead and drop off the supplies we have, and we'll give you a quick tour, because we've done a little bit of work off camera. Just want to show you what we've got going on here. Let's go ahead and get that out of here. We're going to grab like 500, grab 100 of these and 100 of these, just because. But you never know when we're going to need them. Okay, so let's talk about what we've done here. So as you can see, we've got a motif going for this portion. This I don't really want to call it spaced armor, because it's not. It is an operational nacelle, but yeah, like I said, I think we're gonna have to come through and change some of this up. All right. So one of the things that we were talking about doing, because I had a couple of people ask, you know, well, where are all the gyros? Well, the gyros are right here. We're going to have a wall of gyro. Let me not gyro myself into a corner. Ah! Corner. Come here, you. Aren't you not supposed to be turning? Ow. And then we're going to do the same here. Okay, why do you keep resetting? I have auto rotation. See? Even with auto rotation turned off, sometimes it still does it. And it's not like it's on opposing block faces or something, because, you know, all the faces that it's attached to are in the same direction. So, all right. But yeah, so that's going to be our gyros, and then what we're going to do is, once we have those welded up, we're going to come back through and basically close them off like that. And that we're going to do that on both sides. Yep. One of the other things that I did is I refined the clamp. This whole little, the outrigger attachment here. As you can see, we've gone ahead and we doubled up what we did. I cleaned up the lines in here a little bit to give us a little bit more consistency. And instead of, since we don't have the thrusters up here, we have the thrusters down here. We've gone ahead and run the piping for those. And we've piped it into what's going to be the underbody or the under chassis of the ship itself. Now, the nice thing is that this will give us a little bit of a view of what's going on in here. And I'm thinking we're actually going to do this. All the way down. We're going to do that for now. And what we'll do is, once everything is said and done, we still have to come through and we'll fill all of this in. And then we'll greeble it up a little bit. Not sure what we want to do with it yet. Part of the reason for just going with a flat surface down here is that it gives me a little bit of option when we come through to do the detail pass, if I need to cut into things or to build things up. It's not so high as that, you know, or it's not so thick yet that we won't be able to thicken it up if we want to, or cut it down if we need to. Alright. And then, like I said, the back of the ship, the aft portion, is still the part we're going to run into problems with. And I may take that out. Yeah, I may end up taking that out. Or, you know what I could do? If we went like this. And we do the same on this side. What we can do then is we can say that you. There we go. So that gives us something recessed in there, which actually helps deal with the whole breaking up of the lines. And what I may do is replicate that over here. That actually could be something. I am actually liking the way that might be coming together. Alright, so if we then go... say something like that, you're going to be the corner block. Yes? Yeah, look at you. That might actually work. So we'll do that. Bring you around. So we end up basically, we'll have this will be one of the hidden points of symmetry. And there. Alright, and we'll probably come back and do something with the rest of this at some point. But for now, kind of liking the way that that is potentially shaping up. How many plates do I have left? I have enough. And I may put something in here. Actually, we'll take that out for now, but we will go ahead and weld this one up, this one up. And then this just lets me know that there's stuff here that I may want. Actually, you know what? We'll leave those out for now, and then we'll make a decision on if we're going to do anything with it. And then for here, we can do half plating, just to give us a little bit more, something a little bit more interesting to look at than just flat space. Ow. That hurt. Alright, so now we need the parts to weld those things up. We need a lot of plates to weld all of this stuff in. And I'm thinking we're going to put something over here, but I don't know what yet. Alright, so for now, let's just go ahead and fill this in. Now what I will probably do is, let's flip around like a, what I'll probably do is to carry this line from here down and around and basically just wrap all of this up, make it round it off a little bit so that it's not just a flat space there. And then we'll figure out where we want to cut into it and such. But I'm liking the way that this is coming together. Let's turn off all the UI stuff here really quick. So we have our cargo area, we have our thrusters. Okay. We have our open hangar space, which I still think is just hilarious. It will be interesting to see how this whole thing works once we get it into space. Let's see. Because what I'm thinking I may end up doing, I love that light transition, is I may end up, because I had a couple of people say, you know, well, why don't you use the small cargo blocks? Because the large grid small blocks hold a lot of stuff, but would also allow me to get the build a little bit tighter. Because what we could do is have, say, instead of this big thing, you have just 3 cargo blocks forward to aft, and then 1 above, and maybe 1 below. But you'd be able to, all of this, like the cell crap that we have going on over here, we'd be able to tuck in and make the ship overall smaller. Which, you know, like I told people is, yeah, I can do that, and I've done that on other builds. But I'm kind of curious to see how well this beast as it is works. So if we don't like the way that the whole thing comes together or came together once it's done, well, because we have to get into space before we'll be able to determine if this thing's going to meet our needs. But yeah. So anyway, okay. So that gets us there. We've got some idea here. I still don't know what I want to do with this. Because this is just a huge amount of block. I wonder, can we get away if we do them over here? I think we can get away with this. How are you piped in? It's under here. That's exposed to space. So if we reroute that... actually I already have it there. Okay. So if we reroute this... there we go. Down here. Come here, you. Like so. We can then... which block did we have there? I think we had you there, didn't we? That doesn't matter. We have it there now. Okay. Alright, so what I'm thinking is we do this. You're gonna be that. You're going to be there, there. Actually, all right, and then we end up with you. We needed to get to there. So we're gonna go like a so. There you go. And you're gonna be here. We want E there, E there, and I want yeah, I think that'll work. All right, because if you need to get up here, ideally we would have you come up the safe way. But, you know, you could always jump up here if you needed to. That should actually work fairly well. Okay. And then we're going to go like that. Alright. And then for here. So what I've decided I'm going to do, because I told you I want it to, yeah, it's fine. I wanted to figure out something to do with the space back here. We're gonna make this a shuttle landing area, I think. So, you know, I said before, we can never have too many shuttle bays and hangar spaces. But what this will be is this will be an external docking area so that you can have a slightly larger shuttle than either the midship bay or the forward bay would allow you to be able to sustain or support. Okay. Not sure what I'm going to do with this, or how I'm going to do it with the space back here. What might be interesting. I wonder if we could do that. I mean, we could just make it a big hangar. That could be something. See, the problem that I run into is that if I don't like having a lot of space that's completely wasted. And if I'm doing something with this, I want it to have a purpose. I might have to cruise around, see if I can find something that gives me an inspiration for how I want to do that. Alright, so before we lose the light in the game, let's see how our line is looking now. Yeah, I'm liking that line a little bit. I'm wondering if maybe I do need to bring that portion out further. Because if I bring that out further, then I can move the antenna up. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and wrap this one up here. Like I said, I'm going to try and get this ship off the ground this week. So I need to get the rest of the thrusters welded in, get all of the piping between the thrusters and the rest of the ship done, which we should actually have now. Let me check. I think all of this is piped through. Yeah, all this is piped in. And I know that we have access to all of the tanks because I was dropping things into them just to make sure. This piping I may leave unwelded. I haven't decided yet. Let me know what you think. Because if we weld these up, you know, we'll end up with basically what we have there. You know, we'll have the green piping everywhere. And I'm fine with that. Or, you know, we could even color it something else. But I do think I want to keep a color system in place so that things like this, you know, white being the general cargo, so anything that's piping general cargo through, which means I should probably change that to green. These will have to be changed to green because they are feeding the hydrogen system there. All these have to be painted to green as well. Okay, so we have some things to get done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you for feedback. Let me know if you want... So, okay, let's go here first. First thing, should we turn this into a docking area or should we make it a hangar? I'm not sure which way we're going to go with that. And that's a project that we can finish once we are in space, so I'm not too worried about it. What we'll do is if you provide some feedback, feel free to shoot me comments and everything, put them down in the description below. Ooh, silver. We need to finish up this. Do we want the piping colors? Do we want to, okay, so do we want to weld up all of the piping over here and paint it, or just leave it like it is? Okay, so that's the second question. First question is that going to be a docking pad or hangar, or get rid of it entirely? Weld these up and paint them, or leave them alone. There's your two. And the third question, should we make this arm longer, like this entire armor piece? Should this extend out further, or leave it like it is, or maybe shorten it up? So give me the feedback. Let me know what you think. We'll do a little bit of design by consensus on this one. Because that's never gone wrong before, right? Anyway, okay, I'm gonna get out of here. I hope you all have a fantastic day. Enjoy the rest of your week, and as always, folks, take care and be safe out there, everybody. Woo-hoo. Oh, and if you haven't done so already, like, subscribe, follow, all that crap. All right, take care, everyone.